Hello everybody, it's Miss Jaimie from the Hampton Bays Public Library, and today we are going to be making snow dough. So this is a taste-safe snow dough, which means that if you happen to get it in your mouth, it won't hurt you, but it probably will not be very tasty. Alright, so we are just using cornstarch, flour, and vegetable oil. Now, if you want to make it smell nice, you can put some essential oils. They recommend orange or peppermint or cinnamon, something that's wintry and nice. But if you do add that, that will make it not taste safe. So you make sure that that does not go in your mouth at all. So first, we are going to need to measure out our dry ingredients into a mixing bowl. And we are going to use 3 cups of flour. So I'm using a dry measuring cup, and I'm going to scoop in my flour. And I'm just going to use the paper bag here that it's in to level it off. That's 1 cup. Two cups. And 3 cups. There's all of our flour. That's 3 cups. I'm going to use a separate measuring cup, same dry measuring cup for my cornstarch. I like to keep things separate. If you don't have 2 measuring cups, you can wash it just in case you're going to be baking with this. You don't want anything that will mess up something that you're going to eat. So you want everything to be clean. So we have clean cups and we have clean hands, so we don't have any cross-contamination. Right, and this is also 3 cups. So I'm just going to level it off this time with a spoon. 1 cup of cornstarch. 2 cups. And 3 cups. Make sure I get as much as possible in my bowl. Right. It will get a bit messy, so you might want to roll up your sleeves. Mine fell down. Have a nice paper on the ground, on the table, I should say. And we're just going to use a spoon to mix it all together. You want to stir very gently because this is all powder. If you go too fast, it'll poof right up. So we just want to stir very gently until it's all combined. Alright, and now it is time for our liquid, so our vegetable oil. I have a liquid measuring cup here, and mine, we are going to use a 1/2 cup of oil, but we recommend that you put 1/4 cup at a time in the bowl. So I'm going to measure just 1/4 at first, and mine does not have where it says 1/4, so I have to make sure that I use the right line that is below 1/4. Alright, so I have one where it's 1/2, and I'm going to look, 1/4 is 1/2 of 1/2. So I'm going to find this bottom line is the right line, and I'm going to leave my measuring cup on a flat surface, and I am going to pour gently in, and I'm going to look at eye level to make sure I hit the right line. And then the line of the liquid is called the meniscus. So it's like a little curved line that you look for at eye level to make sure you're right at the proper line, the proper measurement. So that is 1/4 of a cup of oil. And I'm just going to pour it in. And I'm going to use my hands now. So remember I said clean hands? Just going to use my hands. Now this is the part, if you wanted to add essential oil to make it smell nice, you'd put that in your vegetable oil. We are just going to pour it in. And before I start mixing, I'm going to measure out my other 1/4 so that my hands don't make my oil bottle too messy. So I'm going to pour it in. Make sure it's eye level. It says 1/4. Alright, I'm going to use my hands now, and I'm going to mix it all together. Now this is up to you. It says about 1/2 cup of oil, but this is up to you about how much you think it's sticking together. It's just going to feel like fake snow. It's not a full dough. It's not like Play-Doh. It's just a powdery fake snow that you can mold together a little bit. It might stick to your hands. Right, so you just want this fluffy like consistency that isn't super powdery. So I'm just going to keep mixing it until I'm happy with it. And once I've mixed in that first 1/4 cup, this is why I measured out already, because my hands will be messy, I'm going to put my other 1/4 cup in. And then again, we're just going to keep mixing until it's all set. If you need to add a little bit more oil, you do that, but wait until you've mixed it as thoroughly as possible. Alright, so I ended up adding 1 more 1/4, so that was a total of 3/4 of oil. You can add a little bit less. I just felt like mine wasn't as coming together. It was too much powderiness. So I felt like there wasn't enough oil going through. So now I have my powder, and it looks like snow. And it's a bit stuck together. You can mold it, but it's not as durable as Play-Doh. It's still a powder, so it'll fall like snow. And you can mold it into a ball. So first you have to stick it all together. They might not be big balls, but they are still a little tiny snowball. Alright, so I'm going to pour this into a tray, or a few trays, however big your tray is. You might want to use a big like roasting pan, something like that, a cookie sheet, whatever you want to do. And you can play with this as long as you keep it in an airtight bin or an airtight bag for a while, it'll keep. Right? So I can play, you can mold things, you can use cookie cutters, you can even use some winter friends. So I have a polar bear, I have a penguin, I have a snow owl, I have a moose, or actually that might be a caribou, I have a little husky dog, And I have a baby polar bear. And you can have fun and have them play in the snow. You can make little tracks. And you can do whatever you want. So there they are. So I hope you enjoy bringing the snow inside. I know recently we've had a lot of snow in a few weeks ago. But hopefully this will remind you of how much fun it is to play with snow. And you can make your snow anytime you want, even if it's not snowing outside. So I hope you have a great winter, and I hope that this is a fun little project for you. And I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.